Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm so happy to be here. I've been busy all day. You'll never guess with what. You'll never, ever guess what I've been busy with. I want you to tell me what you think I've been busy with. Hello? What do you think I've been busy with? Hello there. How did you guess Forever Blessed? Jennifer or Janice, I'm sorry. No, not washcloths. Starting a new color now. I saw you saying you were making them. You're right. I was asked earlier how many I get out of a roll. A roll consists, this is half of a roll right here. So there's 100 yards in here, but there were two of them. So I've got like 200 yards to make scrubbies. How many do you think it made? Okay, Forever Blessed is here and Janice is here. Janice says, Michelle making washcloths. You're making washcloths? Forever Blessed says, hello. I saw you saying you were making them. Yeah, I was in a live stream. Yes. Thumbs up. Nope, not quite 20, but I do get a dozen. I counted. I have 9 of these. I sent 3 of them to someone who won the 3 scrubbies in Dee's Live last weekend. So I sent them out today. And then I did all the pink that I had. I gave one away to a student that was moving. Yes, very useful. I love these things. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I gave a pink one away. So I've got 12 of these. 12 out of the pink, 12 out of the green. So I'll probably get 12 out of the purple. 6 out of this roll. They're very useful. I love these things. So with my 700 sticks, I will be having a giveaway too. Last week, I was over 700 during Dee's Live. And then I was at like 702. The next morning, I was at like 693. The pattern I'm using for them is from Tiffany Hansen. She did scrubbies back in 2019, talking about things that sell well in craft fairs. So, and this tulle, it comes in 6-inch things, and my husband cuts them for me in half, and then I use 3 inches at a time to crochet together. And this I get, it's easier this way rather than buying this, although this is scratchier. It works better for scrubbies. But it's a little harder to work with. But with this, there is fewer knots in the middle, fewer ends. You don't have to work any of the ends in. You just tuck them in. Tuck them inside. That's all you do. I love these things. So that's what I do with them. I did a tutorial kind of today on making these. I altered them slightly because I'm using this stuff rather than the fabric nylon tulle or nylon netting. I'm using the tulle instead. So it's good to have you here. So yes, my previous videos today were about this that I put on lives, except for I did a live of a devotional early this morning. I come on at 6:30 every morning Central Time to read a devotional and we pray. I thought they were like spot cloths. I would think they'd be a little rough. If you use a nice soft cotton, that would work great for a face cloth, spot cloth. I guess without the tulle. Yeah, this works good for scrubbing like food that gets stuck on your dishes. Skillets, my husband said. Just anything. But a nice soft cotton would work with this pattern for face cloths to like be gentle on your face, on your skin. So were you two in Dee's live just a minute ago? That's where I was. Let's see. Let's see. I was in Dee's live and hit the thumbs up in Mama Gear's auction. Awesome. I really appreciate all those the what do we call them? The channels that support the little guys. Okay, so you were there, Janice, and I don't have money to spend on that charity right now. Yeah, I don't either. And so I can't see asking people to send me money right now. I figured if I'm monetized, I might get enough to handle my giveaways, but I'm never going to have as many giveaways as Dee has. That's too much. Too much for me to keep track of. I mean, I'm all for giving stuff away. But I can't give away everything all at once because I don't have the money. And right now, with the cost of shipping going up, and I'm not monetized. When I'm monetized, it might be different. But right now, I just want to do giveaways when I hit my milestones. And we'll see how it goes from there. So what are you all working on? I've got Forever Blessed and Janice in here. There were two others and they left, I think. I got some nice books for crocheting, knitting, and embroidery at the Dollar Tree. Wow. Amazing. I didn't know they had crocheting and knitting books. I know they carry yarn, but I didn't know they had the books. What's in the books? What kind of patterns, Janice? I am working on my Sophie's Universe. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I didn't start that one. I was figuring I had too many other projects going. And as long as I keep finding more of this to make scrubbies, I'll be really busy. I've got a lot of it. But that's awesome. I've seen people starting it out and it's beautiful. But I can't make it right now. One was for knitting sweaters. The embroidery one was from a YouTuber. The crochet book had various projects with media. Mail books are cheaper to mail. All right. Medium mail. I don't know what that is. I have seen book or envelopes for flat packages, and that's cheaper. I went to the post office today to mail the 3 scrubbies to the winner from last week's live. For Dee's Live, who won the scrubbies that I donated. I just used the bubble mailer that I had here. A little oversized for 3 scrubbies, but that's okay. But that's awesome that you've gotten all those books there. That's pretty cool. All right, now I'm back up to 4 people. You tell them it's medium mail when you go to the post office. I always write it on my envelope. They will tell you the rate. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Medium mail. Does that work for everything, or does it have to be a book? Some people use pirate ship, and I don't know how to do that either. They say they save money with pirate ship, which I don't know how they do that. It covers calendars and some other things. You can get your postage stamps half price online. Really? I had no idea, Janice. Can you send me the link? Or you can email it to me. My email is in the description box below this video. I would greatly appreciate anything I can save on postage. So how long have you can email that to me. You ordered from them before and the service was quick. That is awesome, Janice. Thank you so much. I could definitely use any help I can get on postage. So where do you live, Janice? What state? Are you in the central time zone? Oh, so you're on the Eastern time zone. Okay, at 7:30 your time, I do daily devotionals, and usually it's live if I'm home. If I don't have to be anywhere early, I'll have live devotionals, and we pray for one another. I've got a running prayer list. I wrote in Dee's live several times that we've been praying for her every day. She missed a lot of those. A lot, because the comments were coming so fast in her life. I'm from Connecticut myself, but I've lived here for 25 years now, or 26 years, almost 27. In June, it'll be 27 years. Hmm. Two, three, four. Hmm. I got all my Christmas stamps from them. They have postcards and international stamps too. Oh, wow. That is awesome. I had no idea that existed, Janice. I had no idea. Thank you for telling me. I gotta count again. $25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. When you get your stamps, take them to the post office when you go. And when they tell you how much your package costs, Put your own stamps on it and you will save 50% on shipping. You're so... How did you learn about this? That is phenomenal. How did you learn about this, Janice? Because I never knew about it. I had a son in the military, and when he was overseas, sending him stuff cost a fortune. One of my friends in a swap group told me. Wow, that is awesome, Janice. Thank you so much. That is awesome. That's the best thing I've heard all day. Oh, man. Wow. Let me see here. One. Glad to save you some money. Thank you so much. Wow. Huh. And now my kids live far away out of state, so, I'm always sending them stuff too. And my mom is in Connecticut, so I'm always sending her stuff. So thank you. So yeah, I've been just trying to make scrubbies. Lots of scrubbies. I need to get a big Ziploc bag to put them in. Janice says, I have cousins in Canada and a daughter in Florida. Wow. I have relatives in Canada too, in Quebec, the province. My father is from there. So. Huh. Oh, wow, Janice, originally born in Newfoundland. How fascinating. I learned how to speak French when I was little. We moved to Canada when I was young. I was born in Connecticut, though. Do you go up there often to visit? I haven't been to Canada in 25 years or so, 26 years. Since before they mandated the visas, passports, well before then. I had an uncle in Quebec, visited there as a young teenager. I haven't been there in longer than that. Yep. Life gets busy. traveling costs money. Hello, Michelle. How are you? I'm back. I went to the auction live with Mama G and gave a thumbs up, but didn't stick around because I don't have the money. So here I am. Well, welcome to the club, Michelle. We're also the ones who don't have money to spend there. So I came on and I did some research, found out how many scrubbies I get in a roll of tulle. I got 11 pink ones here. I gave the 12th one away. So I get 12 per roll. This is only half a roll. So I should get 6 out of this. And the roll costs $7, $6.98 on Amazon. So that is, that's good, good thing to bring to a craft fair if you could make a bunch of them. I don't do craft fairs. Yeah, I don't do craft fairs. It's too much work. And people are gonna try to Jew me down. It's not worth it to me. I give them away. Michelle says, that's so good. That's a 50-cent cost plus time, of course. Yep. So $7, I get 12 scrubbies for $7 worth of material. And I forget who it was that said they paid $3 for one of these at a craft fair. So I was gonna sell them for $2 each or 3 for $5. I would get my money back for them, and then I could buy some more yarn with it. Pay for my postage for giveaways. What can you get for $1 anymore? 3 for $5 sounds better. Exactly. I once went to someone's booth, but they charge like $50 for a booth rental. And the only time I did the craft fair was when somebody else was getting the booth and invited other people to join her in it. So I didn't have to pay for that. I just brought some stuff and I only sold one shawl. I made a lot of shawls and at that time, and I only sold one of them. I once made a Christmas Afghan for a charity that was going to be raffled off, or not raffled. What is it? People bid on it, auction or whatever, with the guy that speaks fast normally. So, and it only made $12. There was more than $12 worth of yarn in there. I said, never again. So I give my stuff away normally. That's what I do. I've never done a craft fair either, but I've thought about it. Not sure I would have the patience for it. Yeah. Yes, and they aren't cheap. Better to have your own yard sale. Yep. But, they try to do you down. We had a yard sale once, and a little thing to put on your coffee table or whatever, a little statue thing. I asked 25 cents for. They wanted to give me 5 cents for it. I said no. I found that to be an insult. I wasn't trying to make money on my stuff. I was trying to get rid of stuff. But when I have low prices like that and you try doing me down further, you're nuts. I'm not going to be nice to you. That's what I thought back then. But, I was a newly married back then, so. Yeah, Michelle says, I can't stand that. Me neither. Janice says, our local senior center would sell tickets to raise money for the center. You could tell them how much you wanted, and they could sell more tickets till they got the amount they wanted. Yep. So, tell you the truth, I'd rather just give my stuff away to people that I know will appreciate it. Like my family, friends. I have a hard time with people who don't want to pay what is asked. Just move on. Don't try to insult someone by asking to pay less. Exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly, Michelle. You got that right. So I'm using purple now, violet, the light purple. I don't know what color they call this. Lilac? Light purple. Sounds good to me. Light purple. Let me see. 1, 2. Janice says, someone asked me recently if I would make them a blanket. She saw a picture of my Sophie's Universe. I asked Carrie the Yarny Elephant. She said $500. It's like an heirloom. Yes, it is. I made the Liliana last year, and I would not, well, it is an heirloom. I would charge about $300 for it. It's all one color. It's a cream color. And I've got a video of it, my progress last year. I worked on it pretty much the whole year last year. So if you want to go check out my videos, it's all in there. Michelle J says, your Liliana was beautiful. Thank you. Caused me a lot of headaches, and I wouldn't have done anything that intricate had my crochet guild not been doing it. A lot of the people from my crochet guild were doing it. So I knew I could get the help I needed if I ran into problems. Janice says, yes, I will have to do that. That would be awesome. Michelle J says, I remember how frustrated you were at times. Yes, I was. And now with the Casablanca, I went to go put it together, and I laid it out on my bed, and the outside squares that I joined all together make a big frame, and my center square that goes in the middle doesn't fit the whole space. So either I'm gonna have to really stretch it out, or I'm gonna have to take away some of the squares from the size of the square. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I'll have to videotape it tomorrow, and I'll show you guys what it's like, because I am so frustrated with that thing. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make the inner part again. I've got a lot of the yarn. Hopefully I'll have enough to make it without having to take apart what I have made already. Well, if you post it, maybe someone will have some good ideas. Yep, that would be a good idea. Maybe I'll bring it to my crochet guild meeting Monday night and say, help. Man, it's so frustrating when you put all that work into a project. Janice says we all get those moments. Maybe you can add some rows around the edges to make up the difference. I hadn't thought of that, Janice. Yeah, that is a good idea. I'll see what I can do about that. That would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know why it's so much bigger than the center of it. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hello. Hello. How are you, Dolly Joy? We're commiserating about one of my projects I've got going on. The Casablanca Afghan from Annie's Cake Club. I made the inner square, then I made the squares that go around the whole thing. And I joined all those squares, and then I laid it out on my bed. And the inner square is too small to fit inside the frame that I made with the other squares. So we're trying to figure out what we can do about that, or what I can do about that. What's up with you, Dolly? If the 700 sticks this week, I will have a giveaway within the next few days, or I'll announce a giveaway. But after Dee's live last week, I went up to 702, and then the next morning I was down to 693. Have no idea why, other than YouTube. Made me so mad. And I'm at the point now where I don't care. My goal was to reach 1,000 by my anniversary date, which is the beginning of June, like June 3rd, of being on YouTube. And I don't think I'll get there. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm never going to be doing giveaways like Dee does. I want people to come to me because they like me, not because of what they could get. Michelle says, I think when people subscribe, if they don't watch a video from beginning until end, it doesn't stick. It's just something I've heard at one point. I've heard so many theories, I don't know what to believe anymore, Michelle. But yeah, that's a very real possibility. I've heard of a lot of theories. And I appreciate all of you who do come and hang out with me, stay with me, pray with me, listen to the devotionals. So that's where I'm at. I hope you all are doing well. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Ask me. Janice says, I enjoy daily devotions. I pray every day. So do I. More than once a day, I'll tell you that. Some of the people on YouTube know my testimony, what happened to me, and I rely on God every day. Michelle says, well, when I subscribe to someone, I always go find at least one 10-minute or longer video and watch from beginning until end. And I've never been unsubscribed that I'm aware of. That's interesting, Michelle. I hate to ask that of the people that subscribe to me, though. Janice says, I pray for safety every time I get in my car. So do I, Janice, so do I. Yep, so do I. There's a lot of nuts on the road. A lot of people don't have their full attention on the road. They're looking at their phones, usually. Oh, Janice, that is so good. I am teaching my grandson to pray before meals. He is 2. That's a great age to start. Michelle says, well, isn't that what we are here for, to see your content? I think it's a small ask. Even a 5-minute video doesn't take much time. Yes, you're right. And I don't like to spend forever. Some people, they drag it out. They start talking about things that are not related to what you're here for. I like doing lives because I like associating, talking to my subscribers. I like getting to know you all. And Michelle's been on our prayer list for quite some time, and we're praying because she had surgery a while back. Crystal from Bag a Day asks people to watch her videos from beginning until end, so I'm sure there has to be some truth behind that. Yes. That's good. I am so grateful for each and every prayer. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. I know I'm very grateful for people who pray for me too. Helps me out all the time. So I found something I'm good at. Hi, Cricket. How are you? I found something I'm good at and I'm working hard at it. That's crocheting. Janice says I get excited when my prayers are answered. So do I. You want to hear one that really got answered and I was so excited about it? It happened a while ago. Actually, it's happened a lot of times, but I remember the first time it happened, we were driving through whiteout conditions, blizzard. It was we were driving in Missouri from Connecticut to Kansas. Blizzard, whiteout conditions. I'd been sick that night. We stayed at a hotel there in Missouri, central Missouri. I got sick that night. I was up all night throwing up. My daughter got sick in the car on the way out during the blizzard. My son got sick before we left Connecticut. And so anyway, we're in Missouri. Whiteout conditions, roads are terrible. Highway 70 is terrible. And my husband said, we got to go. Otherwise, we're not going to get to leave until Monday. You know, it was Friday, but they're going to be closing roads and this and that. So we're on the highway. We're going about 15 miles an hour, if that. And whiteout conditions. And I prayed for God to clear the roads, let the sun come out, the snow stop, the roads get clear. Shortly after I prayed that, a semi-truck with a cross on the back of it gets in front of my husband, maybe 100 feet ahead of us. So my husband's like, yes, I got someone to follow. And then 20 minutes later, there was no more snow and the roads were clear and the sun came out. That one I remember clear as day. And I am like, thank you, Jesus. Cricket says, I can't get my volume on, so I can't hear you guys yet. Jenna says, amen to that prayer. It's happened other than that too. We went to Colorado to visit his family for Thanksgiving. We're driving home on I-70 to come back. Snowstorm, blizzard, whiteout conditions. They closed I-70 from, I think, Hayes east. And we were like in Lime, or we were just past Goodland. We ended up turning south at Oakley. We figured going south, the roads wouldn't be as bad. That was wrong. we figured we would go into Garden City and turn left and east to come home. Once we got on 54 or 100, whatever the road is. And and it was whiteout conditions again. And I prayed that same prayer, and sure enough, a semi with a cross came in front of us. And we saw cars on the side of the road in the ditch. And so we didn't know where we were going. We kind of had to, you couldn't even see the road. So it was a scary time. And we got that semi led us into what is it? Garden City, Kansas. And man, we were just thinking that the roads were clearer in Garden City. We should have spent the night there, but we didn't. So we ended up driving more east and regretting it. But yeah, it's exciting when we see God's prayers, God answering our prayers. No, Cricket, that's not good. Yeah. Hopefully you get it working soon. Yes. Okay, got it working. Yeah, and you missed my story. Yay, Cricket. Cricket says, that's scary. Did you hear my story? Michelle says, Michelle, that's incredible. God answers prayers even if they aren't the way we expect. He knows what he's doing. Oh, he definitely knows what he's doing. And everything has a purpose. All our pains have a purpose. Even if it's to make us rely more on him, as is the case with me. I know that for a fact because he hasn't healed me yet of the pain. So there's got to be a reason for it. And the only reason I can see is I call on him more and more. Some of it about a storm. Yeah. It was a bad storm. And God came to the rescue. Helped us get home. Sometimes I surprise people when I pray out loud, and when my prayer is answered, I let them know. It's amazing. I bet it is, Janice. When was you caught in it? Let's see. Back in, my kids were little, like 4 and 5, 3 and 4, something, 2 and 4, really little, like that. Zoila, hi. Hi, Michelle, Forever Blessed, Janice, Michelle J, Dolly, Cricket. I wanted to stop by and give a thumbs up. Unfortunately, I'm modeling, I guess, during Mama's auction. Hugs to you all. Thank you for coming in, Zoila. Michelle says, That's one of my biggest problems, trusting there is a reason behind my suffering. Some days I feel like it's more than I can bear, and I'm tough, but things have been harder than ever. Michelle, look at what Peppermint Stitches is going through. You think you've got it worse than a lot of people? Yours is nothing. Just like mine is nothing, even though it feels so horrible to me. I just try to keep having faith. Yes. Amen. Zoila says, Michelle J. Amen. Yes. I just had I shared something with, I went to school. I worked an afternoon this week, Thursday, at a school. I get there at 11:30, which is the time they told me to be there because that's like the middle of the day. My first class didn't start until 12:20. So I went and sat in the teacher's lounge and I'm crocheting. And he wanted to be buried in Tennessee. An ice storm hit the mountains. We had to climb to the top on 2 inches of ice on roads. I was so scared. Wow. Cricket. Wow. So I'm there talking to this guy and he worked at the school. He had a student with him in the teacher's lounge. And I found it odd that a student was in the teacher's lounge. But the guy said it's okay, he's with me. So he's like a tennis coach and he does some other things in the school. It's like a counselor of sorts. And he was with this kid who was kind of, well, the noise in the cafeteria would bothered him too much. So he was autistic. But he was very friendly. So we were talking and I told the teacher, I said, every time before I come to school, I pray that God's peace permeates the school to help with the day go better. And he said, thank you. We all need it. So, I share things like that. I can tell things like that to the teachers, but I can't teach it in class. Michelle says, I know mine's not the worst, but I also don't tell everyone everything going on. When people know it all, they wonder how I'm here. I'm 46 years old in the body of a 90-year-old broken woman. I have sympathy for anyone with the most minor problems in my eyes because maybe for them, it's a mountain to climb. Yeah, every day is a struggle for me. It's different. We've all have lived through different things, and we don't know what every other people have been through. And in my case, I got hit by a car. I was never supposed to walk again. I have pain in my legs every moment of every day. Pain in my legs, lower back, hips, knees, ankles, feet. I have pain everywhere else too, but not compared to my legs. And so Cricket says, that's the problem. They took Christ out of the schools. Yes, it is. Because they took it out before I was born. So people in my generation were not taught to live by the golden rule. They were not taught Jesus. So didn't raise their kids to fear the Lord. And that's why there's so much problems in the schools and in society. Michelle J says, I'm so sorry, Michelle. Don't be, you're dealing with your pains, I'm dealing with mine. You know, I don't know how Susan is doing it. She was supposed to die. She had sepsis. She's got edema, severe swelling in her legs. She can't hardly walk. She works real hard at it, but she can't hardly. She walks with a walker a few steps and it like she needs to sleep. I was there when she is not long ago. Can you rephrase that, Michelle? And they took the discipline away from the staff. Yes. That is another thing they did. Yes, Cricket. You were there where she is. I was where Susan is not long ago. Really? I didn't know you had sepsis. Okay, you were unable to walk in ICU. I had no idea. When I got hit by a car, I was unable to walk when I came home too. Oh, wow, Michelle. I'm so sorry. I knew you had surgery, but wow. And you're a lot younger. Michelle says, I have been through a lot. This surgery is just one of many. Trying to repair prior damage done. Oh, wow. We'll keep praying for you, Michelle. I know you've been through a lot, but I didn't. know it was that severe. We will keep lifting you up in prayer. I think this was surgery 14 or 15. Oh my. Yeah. Cricket says, oh my, Michelle, I'm going to pray for you, my friend. Yes, definitely. I need to count, ladies, because I got off track again, I think. 1, 2, 3. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 8. I just have to do this whole row over again. You're going to be going through this. You're young to be going through this. Yep, she is. And I thought I was one of the youngest in here. I'm not. You're younger than me. You're not the baby, though. Samantha Stewart. She's the baby. She's younger than my kids. Like I said, there are many with having it worse, but I'm definitely still climbing my mountain, just waiting to get to the top. I can't wait to stop struggling so hard. I remember, Michelle, when I was 12 years old, I was being ridiculed so badly in school, picked on, called names, everything, because I was walking like someone with severe mental disabilities. And I was called so many names, it hurt me so bad. I would cry myself to sleep at night. One night, the thought of suicide crossed my mind. And as a 12-year-old, the thought also came into my head, no, if you kill yourself, they win. So that was it. And then I was like, well, Lord, what can I do to get them to stop making fun of me? The thing that came to mind, work harder in physical therapy. And from then on, I worked really hard, and I did it at home without being told. The exercises, practicing standing on one leg because my balance was terrible. I did the best I could do with what I knew to do. Janice says, I really wish they would do more about bullying. They talk about it all the time in schools. I'm a substitute teacher. They talk about it all the time, about no bullying and this and that. So they've got the signs, they've got the posters, they tell the students, but that doesn't stop the students from doing it. And because of those cell phones, it's so much worse. They're on their phones all the time, and people cyberbully. And that's what makes people, they reread it and reread it and reread it, and then they think I'm better off dead, and they kill themselves. There have been so many suicides in schools where I've substituted in. It's sad. I'm glad the cell phones weren't around when I was a kid growing up. Yeah, kids can be cruel and don't realize it until they're adults. And sometimes even adults ridicule people who limp. I've had it happen to me at the grocery store. These two people were laughing at me because I was limping or something, walking unlike a quote unquote normal person. And they were giggling, snickering behind my back. My husband was behind me, so he saw what they were doing and said to them, "Excuse me, I need to get to where my wife is." That shut him up. During a hip replacement, the surgeon stretched my nerves and broke them. Wow. I lost feeling in most of my leg. With all the damage, no muscle movement. I couldn't feel how bad things were, and I developed a blood clot from my ankle that went the length of my leg past my groin, up behind my belly button. I had to have multiple surgeries, removing the clot, putting in stents, saving my leg. I wish they just took my leg. Oh, wow. Michelle, I'm sorry. Cricket says it starts in the home to teach your children not to do it, but kids are raising themselves more now. Exactly. I know in our house, my kids knew what I went through. And I told my kids, you don't ever make fun of a kid who's walking funny or seems a little different than you. You don't know what they've been through. And my son, he was a big football player. So I guess there was a kid in school who was limping. He had his and another football player was, bullying him, pushing him around, swung at his books to make him fall to the ground, stuff like that. And my son pinned that other football player up to the wall and told him not to, do that again. And so that kid left. And then my son went to that kid who was walking with a limp and said, what happened? What's going on? How are you doing? And he said, I can't help it. I was in an accident and I'm limping now. He says, well, he won't do it again. If he does, come tell me and I'll take care of it. Because they know what had happened to me. Yeah, Michelle has been through a lot. My son lost his leg all the way up due to cancer. Wow, Cricket. I had no idea about that either. Michelle says, I'm super grateful my kids are the kids that got in trouble in school. Standing up for kids bullied. My son punched a bully when he spit on a kid and got suspended. Bully got nothing. Wow. Cricket says, if I ever heard my sons bullying, they would have had to stand up to eat because their behinds would be sore. Michelle says, I'm sorry, Cricket. See, there are worse things. Cancer scares me so much. I just got skin cancer removed last week. It terrifies me. Oh, wow. He was only 29. Oh, my. How horrible. So, anyway, let's talk about happier things, okay? There's only so much of this doom and gloom I can take. Yes. Yep. God is good. Crocheting is good. And when I have a giveaway, I'll be sending somebody, the lucky winner, a scrubby along with 3 skeins of yarn and a couple tea bags and maybe something else. Cricket says, my son was taught respect and kindness, and they are still that way. I get compliments on the raising of them. Wonderful, Cricket. Michelle says, I was having a pity party for a moment. I apologize for that. You've been through a lot, but you've got your Yarny family here praying for you. Just be thankful, okay? We're all here praying for you, Michelle. Janice says, I am going out to lunch with my sister tomorrow. My sister is making lunch. We are going up to see our parents, ages 88 and 92. Oh, how wonderful is that, Janice? Good deal. My mother is 82 and she lives by herself right now. And she's doing good. As far as I know, she's in Connecticut. So my dad passed away a long time ago when I was in my 30s, about 20 years ago. Cricket says, it's okay, Michelle. Sometimes you need to let it out, my friend. Yes, we all do. We all do. Be thankful to still have them, Janice. Yes. We've got my mom, but not my dad. My mom lives in Connecticut and I'm in Kansas, so I don't see her very often. Thanks, Cricket, says Janice. Wow, Janice, that's awesome. Yeah, 88 and 92. That's awesome. Congratulations. Janice says, thank you, Michelle. So, what are you working on, Janice? Let's see. Excuse me. My parents used to teach. Really, Janice? That is awesome. My parents used to take ballroom dancing. Thank you, Michelle. I was 19 when I lost my dad, and I just lost my mom in 2015. It was very traumatic. Yeah. Wow. Sorry about that, Cricket. I didn't know that about you either. But that's not getting to the happy talk. Positivity. I made broad heart pattern for a swap and working on my Sophie's Universe blanket. That's wonderful. That is so awesome. I'm working on scrubbies. I got 12 scrubbies out of a double roll of this. Well, the 6-inch width that's cut in half. I get 6 out of this. I've got half of one right now. Michelle J says, I'm working on a handbag. Awesome. From who? Where's the pattern from, Michelle? Cricket says, yep. You always wanted to learn ballroom dancing. Yeah, my mom, she has a friend. She's been seeing him now for 12 years. They don't live together. They just do things together. And she tried taking him ballroom dancing. He's got 2 left feet. But he's good to my mom. But they don't dance. So Janice says, I need to start a prayer shawl for my church. Cool. Cricket says, I'm working on a few things at once. I think Joanne sells that tulle cheaper. Really? Michelle J dropped a link. I love this bag. Ooh, I'm going to pin it so I can go to it later. Let's see. Cancel. Pin. All right, I pinned it so I can get to it later. I'm crocheting, embroidering a doily and making curtains. Wow, that's pretty awesome, Cricket. Michelle says she actually has a few bags. I love that they are so easy to follow. Awesome. I'll have to check it out later because it won't let me. What's the name of her, the lady? Congrats on your 705 subscribers. Thank you. We'll see if it sticks this time. Michelle says her name is Christine's Crochets. Okay, Christine Crochets. Awesome. Let's see. She's got a lot of bags. It looks like 3 of them, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's pretty good. Okay. Janice is asking Michelle, does it use cotton yarn or worsted weight acrylic? Dang, autocorrect added it. I would like to make some Christmas gifts early. Famous last words. Yes. Cricket says, I'm really tired, so I'm going to say goodnight. You all stay safe. All right, you too. I will be getting off here soon, and I will be on tomorrow morning at 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. 5:30 Utah time, Mountain Time. I hope you sleep well, Cricket. Michelle says I'm using a cotton mix, but she says you can use any 4-weight. All right, that's awesome. I'm gonna head out too, I believe, because I've got to get up early to pray with you all and read you all the devotional. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'm really happy you found me, Janice. And there's another one here, the new one, Dolly Joy came in here too. I don't know if she's still in here. Cricket says thanks. No problem. I love talking to you ladies. That's why I do a lot of lives. Janice says I have to put the dog out too. All right. You all have a wonderful night. Michelle, you do the same, okay? And remember that we're all praying for you. And God is on your side. All right. You all take care. God bless you. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Good night.